Shalom and welcome to the 70 Facebooks of the Torah. I'm Jesse Olitsky, rabbinic intern at the Orangetown Jewish Center, and this week we're going to be learning together Parshat Kitisa, the parsha where the famous Egel Hazahav, the golden calf incident, takes place. In our parsha, Moses is standing on top of Har Sinai, Mount Sinai, where he had received the tablets of the covenant from God. Yet the Israelites, new to this faith, new to believing in Adonai, and new as believers in God, are getting antsy. They're tired and restless, and they don't know why it's taking so long for Moses to come down. And there is when we learn what Aaron does. In Exodus chapter 32, verses 1 through 6, we read, "When the people saw that Moses was so long coming down from the mountain, the people gathered against Aaron and said to him, 'Come, make us a god who shall go before us. For that man Moses, who brought us from the land of Egypt, we don't know what's happened to him.' Aaron said to them, 'Take off those gold rings that are on your ears of your wives, your sons and your daughters, and bring them to me.' And all the people took off the gold rings that were on their ears and brought them to Aaron. This he took from them and cast the molds and made it into a molten calf. And they exclaimed, 'This is your God, O Israel, who brought you out of the land of Egypt.' When Aaron saw this, he built an altar before it. And Aaron announced, 'Tomorrow shall be a festival of the Lord, of Adonai.' Early the next day, the people offered up burnt offerings and brought sacrifices of well-being. They sat down to eat and drink, and then rose to dance." How could Aaron do such a thing? Last week we learned together in Parshat Tetzaveh of the special garments that Aaron as high priest and his sons as Kohanim should wear, because as high priests, our prayers go through him. He is our direct link to God, our middleman. The Kohanim serve as Klei Kodesh, as holy vessels. And he here is directly responsible for the golden calf, for idol worship. We received the 10 Commandments, and we learned of that just a short couple of weeks ago in Parshat Yitro. In Exodus chapter 20, verse 4, we learned that you shall not make for yourself an idol, a sculptured image. So how is it possible that the high priest did this? How is it possible that Aaron, our middleman to God, created this golden calf? There are two midrashim, two interpretations, that attempt to explain Aaron's actions here. The first suggests that Aaron was doing this in self-defense. There's a midrash that suggests that the children of Israel approached Hur, Moses' other right-hand man, and asked him to make a god for them to worship. When Hur refused, he was killed, and Aaron agreed to do so when they approached him because he feared that if he refused, the Israelites would come after him as well. The second midrash suggests that Aaron thought the Israelites would be reluctant to give up their jewelry, this gold that they received from the Egyptians upon leaving Egypt. He was simply trying to buy time. He was trying to stall because he knew that Moses would return from Mount Sinai shortly. Yet I have another suggestion. Chassidut, Hasidic thought, talks about the need to go down in order to be brought back up. We need to do Yeridah in order to achieve Aliyah. Sometimes we go to these lower depths to experience the Kedusha that is in this higher level. In the golden calf account, Aaron goes deep down to these depths of the people in order to bring them to this higher level of Kedusha. These people are new to worshiping God. The Israelites were enslaved for 400 years in Egypt, where individuals regularly worshipped idols. This is how they knew how to pray. They were surely still praying to the God of Israel. Aaron announces, after they announce that this is the God that took them out of Egypt, that this is still tomorrow going to be a Chag Ladonai, a festival to Adonai, our God. They had intended on praising Adonai, not another God. They just didn't know how. This is how they knew how to praise God. We've all felt this at times. Praying to God, participating in a ritual or custom, it can be new or foreign, seems strange to us. And instead of embracing it, we may cling to what we know, what we're used to. That is, at least until we feel more comfortable in these customs, in these rituals, feel more comfortable with prayer and with the liturgy of prayer. After all, Moses even understood deep down that the Israelites were trying. They were trying to praise God. That's why he argued with God to spare their lives. They were only trying to praise God with a Chag Ladonai, with a festival to God. Aaron was helping them praise God, helping them do so. Why do you think Aaron made this golden calf for the people? Was he right or wrong in doing so?